What does it really mean by ask, seek, and knock stated in the scriptures? Or how do you really do or perform ask, seek, and knock stated in the scriptures? For us to understand it, we have to look at the different elements involved during the time we ask a person, seek or look for something, and knock at a door. Then we will know what God means when He said, "Ask and it shall be given to you, seek and you will find, and knock and the door will be open to you." Let's go first on ask and it shall be given to you. You ask because you don't have it. How do we ask parents? The best example would be a child asking from parents because we are all children asking from the ultimate Father or God. And given that we have good relationship with our parents, because when it comes to God, even how bad we are, He has a good relationship with us. So example, you will ask your parents to buy you a gift. You will ask, "Can you buy me this kind of gift?" How many times did you ask? You asked once. If they didn't answer or heard you, you asked for a few more times. So what does that mean? How do you ask God? Asking God means it should be done once or few times only. It didn't say ask, and it shall be given to you. It just say ask, which is once, and it shall be given to you. What else? How do we ask parents? Example, when you ask, "Can you buy me gift?" You ask, you use your thoughts. You think what you want. You use your emotion. You feel happy, excited when you ask something to be given to you, isn't it? You use your behavior, which is believing or no doubt. You trust them. You use your words and actions with your palms once or few times only. So what does that mean? How do you ask God? Asking God means think what you want once or for few times. Asking God means feel it. You should be able to feel it during the time you think it. There is a feeling that you will feel, whether good or bad. It is what you are asking. Asking God means believe it, or just even without a doubt. We will not consider having a doubt or even hoping, because the premise is ask and it will be given to you. Asking God means you could physically attract it through words, action, or even dream board, once or few times only. Asking is not only done through thinking, it could also be done through physical way. Then with feeling it and believing it. Take note, asking, seeking, and knocking is always done through four types. These are the thoughts, emotions, behavior, and physical. That is why, if you will notice, there is always this four mentioned in asking, seeking, and knocking. And take note, there are thoughts given to you, thoughts that was coursed through you. It was not your thought exactly, it was a thought of the higher being coursed through you. And there was feelings given to you also, feelings that was coursed through you. What happens after you ask parents for a gift? After asking parents, you wait without a doubt until you get an answer. We will not consider not having an answer, because the premise is ask and it shall be given to you. So what does that mean? What happens after you ask God? The same thing. After asking something from God, you have to wait without a doubt for Him to answer. When will it be answered? within the time frame of what you ask is available. And then, based on how you practice time, if your time practice is coming early or on time, then the answer will come early or on time. If your time practice is coming late or no show, then the answer will come late or no show. What else? What happens after you ask parents for a gift? When you already ask parents, you will get an answer even if they stayed silent, as silent is an answer. So what does that mean? What happens after you ask God? Same thing. What the premise said, ask and it will be given to you. How was your asking answered? There was a situation where the parents give you what you asked. It could be the same situation the parents were asked, or another situation on another time. So what does that mean? How is your asking answered by God? God will make a situation to give you what you ask for. In summary, asking God means think it or physically attract it once or few times only and feel it. And then you have to wait according on how you practice time, wait believing or just even without a doubt, and God will make a situation to give you what you ask for. That's why some people say pray for it, then let go. So just to give you an example, my personal experience. There was a time when I was in New City, New York, year 2011. There was a night there wherein I was just laying down on bed and I was just imagining that I was walking and living and having my life in New York City. I stroll, I explore. I was just in New York City and it went through like so many minutes, probably more than an hour. This happened once. And then 2015 came. I didn't know. We had a vacation to US and I got to stay in New Jersey City or Jersey City. And then I stayed there for like 3 months or so, and I got to explore New York City. I didn't exactly live in New York City, but it was close. Jersey City is just close to New York City, so I just have to take the train. And it came true. What I have imagined or envisioned during 2011 came true on 2015. When I was imagining it, it feels like real to me. I didn't know that there is such power in it. And I really didn't doubt that it could happen. I just think it and feel it that's happening and just, just let it like run by itself. And it just happened once. So I think and I believe that this is the concept of asking. You just have to ask once, then let go, and then God will present a situation wherein it will be given to you. Okay? If not given during the supposed to be time frame, it means it is not the asking you should do. It could be the seeking or knocking. If you have done the seeking and knocking but it didn't work as well, just so you know, it may not work because 1, you might have asked, seek, or knock for something that contradicts it. 2, there is something that overrules what you seek, what you ask, seek, or knock. 3, you were or will be given something better. What this means is even if we ask, seek, and knock for something, it is no guarantee that it will be given to you, nor you will find it, nor the door will be open to you I am no better than God, but where my statements came from is from the analysis of those teachings and why some things doesn't come to us to make sense. If you will contest my statements, then what sensible explanation could you give? Now we will proceed to seek and you shall find. You seek because you don't see it. How do you seek something? Example, you are seeking or looking for your wallet that you forgot where you place it, but you know you have it. You continuously seek it, isn't it? So what does that mean? How do you seek something from God? Seeking from God means it should be done continuously or regularly. What else? How do you seek something? Example, when you seek or look for your wallet, you use your thoughts, you think where you last placed it, you think where did you go, you think what was your last activities, you think of the wallet. You use your emotions, you feel eager to see it, you feel the want to see it. You use your behavior, which is believing or no doubt that you have a wallet and it's just somewhere. You use your words and actions continuously or regularly. You keep moving and searching or interviewing people about the whereabouts of your wallet. So what does this mean? How do you seek something from God? Seeking from God means asking or thinking it continuously or regularly during the time you mentally seek it and or physically seek it. Seeking is another form of asking, but more profound. Seeking from God means feel it. You feel eager to find it. You feel the want to find it during the time you ask or think it. We will not consider feeling nervous as it pertains to not finding what you seek. Our premise is seek and you will find. Seeking from God means believe it or just even without a doubt, because what you seek is just somewhere. We will not consider having a doubt or even hoping, because the premise is again, seek and you will find. Seeking from God means you physically do the work continuously or regularly to find what you seek for. Take note. Asking, seeking, and knocking is always done through 4 types. These are the thoughts, emotions, behavior, and physical. That is why, if you will notice, there is always these 4 mentioned in asking, seeking, and knocking. And take note, there are thoughts given to you. Thoughts that was coursed through you. It was not your thoughts exactly. It was a thought of the higher being coursed through you. And there was also feelings given to you. Feelings that was coursed through you. What happens while you seek something or the wallet? While you seek, it takes time for you to see the wallet. Isn't it? So what does it mean? What happens while you seek something from God? The same thing. While seeking something from God, it takes time for you to see what you are seeking. When will it be answered? Within the time frame of what you seek is available, and then based on how you practice time. If your time practice is coming early or on time, then the answer will come early or on time. If your time practice is coming late or no-show, then the answer will come late or no-show. What happens after seeking something or for the wallet? After seeking, you will find the wallet. You will not consider not finding what you seek, because the premise here is seek and you will find. So what does that mean? What happens after you seek something from God? Same. With the premise said, seek and you will find. How was your seeking answered? The thing you seek for has been there. You just have to find it. So what does that mean? How was your seeking answered by God? The same thing. What you seek for has been there. You just have to find it. In summary, seeking from God means asking for it or thinking it and physically do the work continuously or regularly. While you feel the want or eagerness to finding it, and while you have no doubt of finding it, which takes time, which comes according on how you practice time. But what you seek for has been there. You just have to find it. Just as an example, there was a time in my life that I turned away from God. But after a while, there was a time also that I would want, and I am seeking who God is. I would want to know more of God, more about God. And then there are things that came out for me to know God. So during those times wherein there are instances wherein I can get to know God, I really look into it. I try to study it. I try to decode what could be the meaning out of the scriptures. I would sometimes have like different visions that this could be God, ideas that are unorthodox or unconventional, that is not really being taught by the religious sectors. It's just something out of the norm. And I would say time and again, I am seeing and getting to know who God is. It's just that if you will try to ask me, I will just be telling you that you just have to be prepared of different ideas, out of the box ideas of who God is. I'm not saying that I don't agree with what is being taught religiously. I do agree with a lot of them, some not, but I will, if you will ask me, I will be introducing you to a different kind of how it is explained, or a different kind of vision of who God is and his works and anything about him. Okay? So, if not given during the supposed to be time frame, it means it is not the seeking you should do. It could be the knocking. If you have done the asking and knocking, but it didn't work as well, just so you know, it may not work because you might have asked, seek, or knock for something that contradicts it. 2, there is something that overrules what you seek, what you ask, seek, or knock. 3rd, you were or will be given something better. Excuse me. So what this means is, even if we ask, seek, and knock for something, it is no guarantee that it will be given to you, nor you will find it, nor the door will be open to you. I am no better than God, but where my statements came from is from the analysis of those teachings and why some things doesn't come to us to make sense. If you will contest my statements, then what sensible explanation could you give? And moving forward, to knock and the door will be opened to you. You knock because you cannot get in. How do you knock at a door? Example, you want to get inside your house and you don't have a key, but you know that your family is inside. You knock for about 3 times, or for another rounds, or with force, or with great emotions or desperation, isn't it? So what does that mean? How do you knock to God? Knocking to God means asking with intensity. Knocking is another form of asking, but more profound, or asking with intensity. So this means that knocking to God is focused thought of what you want. Knocking to God means expressing great emotions of wanting what you want. Knocking to God means demanding what you want with no doubt. Knocking to God means expressing physical force to portray eagerness of what you want. Take note, asking, seeking, and knocking is always done through 4 types. These are thoughts, emotions, behavior, physical. That is why if you will notice, there is always this 4 mentioned in asking, seeking, and knocking. And take note, there are thoughts given to you, thoughts that was coursed through you. It was not your thought exactly, it was a thought of the higher being coursed through you. And there was feelings given to you as well, feelings that was coursed through you. What happens after you knock at your house door? After knocking at your house door, you wait without doubt that the door will be opened. We will not consider that the door will not be opened because the premise is knock and the door will be opened. So what does this mean? What happens after you knock to God? The same thing. After knocking to God, you have to wait without a doubt for Him to answer. When will it be answered? Within the time frame of what you've knocked is available, and then based on how you practice time. If your time practice is coming early or on time, then the answer will come early or on time. If your time practice is coming late or no-show, then the answer will be late or no-show. What else? What happens after you knock at your house door? When you already knock at your house door, the door will be opened to you. So what does it mean? What happens after you knock to God? Same thing what the premise said. Knock and the door will be opened to you. How was your knocking at your house door be opened? Takes you some intensity to get the attention of the person behind the door to open it for you. So what does that mean? How was your knocking to God be opened? You have to express intensity in asking God to open the door to you, which we have mentioned already. It could be through focused thoughts, asking with great emotion, demanding what you want, or physical force to express eagerness of what you want to have. In summary, knocking to God means asking for what you want with intensity, which could be through focused thought, asking with great emotion, demanding what you want, or physical force to express eagerness of what you want to have. And while you have no doubt that the door will be open to you, which takes time, which comes according on your practice of time. Just a personal example, personal experience. I was clinically depressed, and I was so desperate before that I would be healed, not to go through or be categorized as clinically depressed, or just even not being depressed. I keep knocking on the door. I keep going to churches and asking and praying with great emotion, with great desperation, with force, even like blaming Him sometimes, or I'm just being loud of my asking to heal my depression. It has so much intensity, and I keep doing it. When you knock, you have to do it like 3 times, and sometimes you have to knock for some other rounds. So that's the concept of knocking to God. And then after a while, I didn't know. I just felt that I didn't realize that I was feeling more than okay already. Even if I feel or think of suicidal, it's not the same degree or it's not how bad it is before. Now it's just like it just passed by and then I just don't mind it. So it was that knocking that opened the door for me of what I want. Okay, that's the concept of knocking. So if not given during the supposed to be time frame, it means there is beyond asking, seeking, or knocking. There could be some things that overrules what you are asking, seeking, or knocking. If you have done the asking and seeking but it didn't work as well, just so you know, it may not work because you might have asked, seek, or knock for something that contradicts it. 2, there is something that overrules what you ask, seek, or knock. 3rd, you were or will be given something better. What this means is even if we ask, seek, and knock for something, it is no guarantee that it will be given to you, nor you will find it, nor the door will be open to you. I am no better than God. But where my statements came from is from the analysis of those teachings and why some things doesn't come to us to make sense. If you will contest my statements, then what sensible explanation can you give? Just so to make a comparison of the three, a very brief and short comparison of the three. So asking is you will think it, feel it, believe in it or no doubt, and do the physical work for few times or once only. And then the situation will come wherein what you've asked for will be granted. Isang beses mo lang siya gagawin, hindi mo lang siya, then hayaan mo lang yung panahon tumakbo, and then darating siya sa'yo, bibigay siya sa'yo. Kung hindi yon, let's go to seeking. Seeking means is you have to do something regularly. Thinking, believing, feeling it, and do the physical work. You have to continuously, regularly do it hanggang makita mo siya. Kasi hinahanap mo kung tutusin, andyan lang naman talaga. Andyan lang yan. May problema, may solusyon. Lahat available na sa mundo. Andyan lang talaga hinahanap natin. Okay? That is seeking. And then knocking is you have to express intensity in your thoughts, in your feelings, having no doubt or believing, demanding, and then physical force. There's just some intensity that you have to do so that the person behind that door will hear you and open it for you. So yun na yung konsepto ng knocking. Alright? So I hope you understand what asking, seeking, and knocking means in a simpler and much profound and description or explanation that haven't been available before. So I hope you would take advantage of the asking, seeking, and knocking as it is a law that was given to us. And then again, I do have some explanations here why it doesn't happen sometimes. All right? Good luck and blessings to all.